Hi Virgo, welcome to Bear Food Mama Intuitive Reading. This is your spiritual reading for June and the month ahead. So whenever you see this, hopefully there are messages here for you. You can join my Patreon or my membership. Both are really reasonably priced if you'd like to continue to support my channel, or just subscribe or like the video, or both. And you can book personal with me on my Etsy if you'd like to check that out below. I also give away a free reading once a month. So on 7/7, I'll be announcing the winner. All you have to do is put free reading in the comments of this video or any post from now until then. So I look forward to doing that reading for you all. I'm sorry, I'm tired. All right, Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through for my Virgo collective. And Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. I also have been drawn lately to call upon Kali to please cut any energetic cords or negative ties to energies or entities that no longer serve our greatest good. Send them on to the next greatest karmic plane of existence and burn the karma sticks associated therein. Amen, amen, somebody be. Thank you. Okay. So flying out in the shuffle, we have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Wands. Interesting. The Moon reversed the King of Pentacles. I just did Taurus's reading, and they had the Queen of Pentacles here and the Eight of Wands here. Maybe you have Taurus in your chart, or you have some dealings with a Taurus. So you might be dealing with a delusional earth sign. It could be a Taurus in the past, or somebody who thought you were delusional because of your beliefs. That makes more sense to me, actually. Whatever you believe spiritually, somebody thought that you were like a little off your rocker when you told them. And I get the energy of judgment, although judgment's here. Very quickly, though, you're gaining some sort of victory. And this could be like in Taurus. If you're dealing with a Taurus, I just did Taurus's reading, and theirs was like a change in faith. Like they have a realization where they like wake up to, oh, spirit isn't everything. And it was like a big shift for them. So if you're dealing with a Taurus who was like judgmental of you for your beliefs, they're having like a big wake up call, and it's bringing you victory like really quickly, or they're moving towards you really quickly, to let you know like, hey, you were right. If you're, which is not something that Tauruses do. So it's a big deal. Let's see. But if you're not dealing with a Taurus, you may have felt a lot more grounded in the 3D than, I don't know, it's like you're waking up to some sort of vulnerability with Strength reversed and the Moon reversed. The Queen of Cups. I'm gonna have to clarify all of this because I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I don't know if this is you, the Sun. You could be dealing with a Leo, or Leo season's gonna be a big one for you. We're currently in Cancer season, so Leo is next. There's also something being revealed about your inner child. There's a lot of like inner child stuff coming up in the collective spiritual readings lately. So I would not be surprised if this was that. I don't know. I think you're having to have some sort of compassion for a cowardly feminine, whether this was you or somebody else in your life. Like somebody who wasn't able to face their own fears. It could be somebody who passed down like karma for you to sort of heal, which is why you're like, you've got your inner child work here. You're reparenting yourself. Could have been a father figure, who, you know, was afraid of his own emotions, his own like divine feminine self. And so you had to like, it was like one of those father figures that was like, stop crying or I'll give you a reason to cry, right? And you're like, oh, okay. But you're maybe now learning like it's okay to cry. You don't have to have a reason. You can just cry. It's okay. Like it's not a big deal. We live in a different world. Four of Cups reversed. Two of Wands. You've been sort of avoiding moving through this emotional doorway. Why? Oh, because it reveals some sort of like vulnerability. Yeah. It reveals something that has been like hidden and locked away in your subconscious, and it makes you feel vulnerable like a child. Oh, I see. Like that is what inner child work is, right? Like we reparent ourselves by revisiting those old emotions, and you might be like triggered. You might get back into, like, you might be going to like hypnotherapy or something, and memories, like you have a memory that comes up and you feel like a little kid again, and it's that sense of like helplessness or fright or not being supported, and it's like the whole world bottoms out from under you, and so you're clinging to this King of Pentacles, or you were in the past. You're finally having victory over this. You're showing up with compassion for these emotions, for the people who like perpetrated the original like neglect or what abuse or whatever it was. I was not expecting this at all. Yeah, you're having a different perspective about it. The world reversed in revisiting it. You could have also been doing some like learning, hitting the books. I'm hearing like the world upright can mean the internet, right? Or like, yeah, getting on the internet. But this is telling me, oh, you're going inward. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. I was gonna say this is telling me you're like reading, but you might be reading your Akashic records. Okay. You're getting some sort of like dream messages with the moon reversed. You might have trouble sleeping or have had trouble sleeping, especially through the Capricorn full moon that we just got out of. And there's another Capricorn full moon in July. So like these like twin Capricorn full moons are standing out to me with the twin towers, the two towers on this card. You might be a Lord of the Rings fan. I don't know. I like Lord of the Rings. Don't judge. What else? The Seven of Pentacles reversed. I feel like you wonder if this inner work was really worth it. I feel like it was really, really hard for you to do. You might have been in therapy, seeking consultation, different kinds of therapies too. And I feel like you're wondering like if you shouldn't have just smoked weed about it and moved on. I don't know why the grapes are standing out to me as like this guy just wanting to smoke weed and like bury it. But the work is worth it. It always is. Ace of Wands, yeah, you're unlocking your creativity and your third eye. It's like you're decalcifying your third eye by being able to like move through the blockages of this shadow material. It's like clearing the smoke out of this any creative blocks that you've been having. Like if you sit down to do a project and you get kind of scattered about it, right? Or you have 7 projects at once and then you never get one done. That's what this material, like clearing out this material, is helping you to consolidate, like to work with, is creative clarity, whatever that is. Work, or Ace of Wands can sometimes mean like sexuality, like if you've been having like blockages in your sexuality, it's clearing that out. I don't know if that's necessary to say. Okay, Spirit's saying this can also be clearing out like, you'll know if this is for you. I don't really want to say it, but I'm going to. It could be for like if you experience sexual abuse and you have like trauma locked in your like body that you've been dealing with. Like when you tried to go back to heal these blockages, like the trauma stored in your body was like reactivated. You're having victory over this cycle, especially if you're working with somebody. A Queen of Cups can be like a therapist. Um, yeah, or somebody in the emotional, a nurse maybe, emotional healing arts. And you can finally freaking sleep. Oh my god, that's awesome. That's just another perk. You're going to be able to sleep. I have a feeling you might be an insomniac, or just the kind of person who sleeps like 3 to 5 hours a night instead of like a good 6 to 8. Okay. I want to I feel like this is pretty straightforward. It's like you do some really serious, intense inner child healing, specifically through therapy or working with somebody and going inward, right? Meditation. And it'll make you feel ungrounded for a little while, but you'll very quickly have victory over this cycle. A process of reparenting yourself in this manner brings clarity in your third eye and awakens you to your abilities to produce creatively and maybe even to like reproduce, or to, connect with somebody, and you'll be able to sleep better. The High Priestess reverse, Eight of Wands. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So you're also realizing how this like original wound, I'm hearing spiritually, this could be related to, like, if you're a woman who was taught the story of Adam and Eve and original sin, right? Like, you could have just had shame for being a woman because of that story. This is you understanding how that original wound, like, laid the foundation for your subconscious. Like, a lot of your actions, your motivations, your desires, so on and so forth, were rooted in, I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles reverse, were rooted in this soil, right? And so this is you like amending the soil of your soul. You're uprooting all the stuff. You're putting like all the weeds and the grass clippings and the compost, like all of it, and amending soil, giving it the nutrients it needs. King of Pentacles in the most major way, so that your inner child can thrive. And this is happening like quickly, like overnight. It's like you found some sort of key or shortcut or some fire. Maybe you had to like go and burn the fields. You know how they do that sometimes when there's like an infestation or a disease, and they need to like burn fields to prevent other, apples or whatever from getting the same disease so that we can all eat. This is you doing that to like the foundations of your soul. Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, somebody who lacked compassion. Again, compassion for the feminine archetype. So it could have just been like it could have been a woman who was like self-hating. You could have been a self-hating woman for a long time, like just ashamed of the fact you were a woman, or a man who is a chauvinist. Not you being a man who's a chauvinist, but you dealt with one at one point. Four of Wands talks about celebration, marriage, community, beauty, seeing the beauty in the everyday, moment to moment. I'm seeing this little house here as like your safe space within your psyche or your soul plane. If you're familiar with like energy work, sometimes we go into our chakras or like different like planes, and we do visualizations, right? With the Ace of Wands, I think you're going to have a visualization that's really going to help you, either from a spiritual person or a meditation teacher or a therapist. But we go into like whatever chakra is blocked, and we picture what's there, and then we ask it like, what do you need, what do you want? We give it that energetically, and then it clears that out. And then we find there instead what makes us happy. We put there instead like what we consciously are choosing. And so I feel like you're consciously choosing this safe space to retreat to, and also like a soul tribe, people around you who vibe with you with this tambourine, like they're on the same wavelength. She's literally got a wave like coming from her arm. These colors, the green and the orange, indicate the heart chakra and the sacral chakra, how we relate to others, our sexuality, our projections onto others, and our claiming of our own emotional material. And then the heart chakra is like the elevation of emotional material and like willpower into our path of service. Cool. Okay. Anything else? Six of Wands reverse. Weird. You have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Wands upright, and then you have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Wands reverse. You may, whether this was you, I don't know if this was you or somebody else, but you were afraid of being seen, and suddenly you're not. You could be somebody who transitioned, like, or you're coming out, like yeah, you could be like a transgender person. I hope that's the right way to say that. I don't mean offense to anybody. Let me know if if I could do better. Um, or yeah, you're coming out like as LGBTQ to people around you, your family, and you could have been ashamed about that. With the Six of Wands reversed, afraid of being seen, and the Six of Wands upright, being seen. I don't know. And then there's a lot of women over on this side. The Devil. Yeah, I think the Capricorn moons are going to be really interesting in bringing things into balance for you. I think that there's going to be a lot of like upheaval in your soul work, in your emotional work, but it's going to bring like good release. This is kind of a gross like analogy, but it's sort of like if you ever had a tonsil stone, like it just, or like one of those ASMR apps where like pimple poppers, it's like one, it's like that but for your soul. Like it's just releasing and it's making room for like things to be clean, and it's like a process of purification, but it feels like, feels painful, and then the release is nice and good, but like the process of bringing it into balance is not, it's not like, it's like that sense of like, ugh, like when's it finally gonna happen, and then it does, like release. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna just pull a universal truths card for you. If this reading did resonate, let me know. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ooh, mastery. Spiritual and emotional breakthroughs are the most important achievement for the developing master. Challenges on the earth plane are to be used as a way to reach union with the universal realm. The path to mystery requires self knowledge and personal accountability. The highway to mastery is directness, detachment, discernment, dedication, and determination. Both roads break the chains of ego and illusion, leading to a more enlightened way of being. In establishing mastery, one's life must be meaningful. Being masterful is when our infinite intelligence is energized by our unwavering interests. That's also this Ace of Wands, infinite intelligence energized. This is a statement of our devotion to a higher elevation and evolution. Mastery is the adherence of the laws of the light to the laws of our life. Interesting. You have the moon and the sun here. The solstice may have been really important for you as a turning point. So that's what I have for you. Thank you, Virgo, for being here. And I'll see you all next week.